What factors do you consider when choosing a career path? It's very challenging because when I think about a so-called perfect or at least suitable career path, it it needs two quite criteria, right? First is that does it make do I make enough for a living? Like at least uh maybe like let's say if I don't have a family yet, and so at least I can pay my electricities, my water, pay my food, clothing, and maybe maybe can have some spare money for my hobbies. And the other things is that do I enjoy the path that I chose, because it's really crucial because the psychology and the mental state of a person will very likely to influence and affect their uh, performance in the job. So these two factors combined will makes a career path that I enjoy and I can do it, and also when I do things I like, I get paid, and is enough to help me survive. And yeah, that's some factors. How do you maintain a healthy work-life balance? Um, well, it's very it is a tough questions because right now myself I don't see myself as a very work life balanced person. Uh, but what I usually do is a very there is two method. First of all is the time uh it's let's just say uh spacing. It's not really the name, but the idea is that I will work like doing my homework and project for about 30 or an hour, and then have a break for like 10 to 15 minutes or so, and repeat the process. If I'm in a hurry, like tomorrow is the exam or something, maybe I will have a break of 5 minutes, and then continue the work for about half an hour or so. And secondly is that I prioritize rather being an early bird than a midnight oil, and then burning a midnight oil, because I have learned a bit about the human mind, and after certain times staying up very late to complete my task, I realized that it's not very effective and efficient, because the brain is it's all messed up and fried. So the best thing to do is wake up early in the morning when there's no disturbance and study, because that is also when your brain is has been refreshed, so it's very active and very open to changes and new knowledge, and that will probably help not only to balance both having enough sleep time, and also it will enhance the learning process, so you can remember better, which help tremendously in such competitive environment as schools. What do you think is are the most pressing environmental issue facing the world today? I think while there is certainly a lot of environmental issue, I think the most notable one, at least right now, is air pollution and rising sea levels. But probably at the moment, the air pollution will be more detrimental to the world, because we live by inhaling airs and things around us, like oxygen and hydrogen, stuff like that. So the problem is that in many capital cities and large cities and towns, where there's a lot of industrial plant and uh, work buildings and stuff, and personal vehicles, uh, it creates a effect known as dust mist. So what this do is that it looks like mist, just like like in London, for example, when it's very misty, but it's not made from fog and steam, water, stuff like that. It's just a bunch of dust, and this will prove fatal to many people who have respiratory problems. And not only that, but it's also damaged the skin, which for my experience, I get a lot of acne when I living in Hanoi, and when I travel to place like Phú Quốc or Da Nang, it's instantly like go away. Not entirely, but I did see a significant reduction in acne. So there's another thing, and the same can be said for uh, rising waters, rising sea levels. While it's not like detrimental right now, it will certainly prove to be a big challenge in the future, because rising sea levels means that it will take up more lands, and in fact, many islands and places near the ocean will likely to be drowned in water, and just getting submerged in sea. And it's not only decrease the land the land surfaces, but also will likely to damage the global economies, and uh, we might see an mass extinction of different kinds of various kind of animals who rely on lands and specific climates. So yeah, how can individuals contribute to environmental conservation effort in their daily life? I think it's hard to say, because each individuals, it it will not solve any problems. Like you might you might throwing trash in the right bin colors and recycles your bottles into a pot or something. It's either A for effort, but F for environmental contribution, because you are just a fraction of the whole humanity, and so one person is not going to do anything. But if everyone have the same sense of responsibilities and environmental consciousness, if everyone is throwing trash in the right way, people not you know people stop burning trashes, uh, and avoid using plastic bag, and instead having their own tote bag, things like that, going to work by public transports instead of cars and scooters, it will, you know, that then will make a big difference in the environment. And to do that, uh, the only way to do that is by influence other people, so that they will have a similar mindset, and you know have the same responsibility as you, right? And it makes everything I don't know how to explain it, but you get my idea. So, uh, one one person is not going to do anything, but 10, 100, a thousand, million, billion people will make a difference in the environment, and that's called a joint effort, right? If every single person in the world do the same thing, and then it will have to contribute to environmental conservation, and it will only become true if each person is spreading the messages, is telling people about how to do so and the importance of that, and only then can an individual actually contribute a large things to the grand scheme of things, right? So yeah.